Hello, Adams. Today we are on lesson 10 of our poetry unit, and we actually have the same vocab and the same poem because this poem was a 2-day lesson. So again, stall is a noun, and that's a room in a stable that's assigned to an animal. A waltz is a noun, and that's a kind of dance. Anaphora is a noun, and that's the repetition of words at the start of a poem. So at the beginning of each line, when the beginning is repeated over and over again, that's called anaphora. All right, so I'm going to read this poem again. Remember that with poetry, we need to hear the poem more than once. So this will be your second time reading it. As always, rewind, listen to it again to make sure that you understand what it's saying. So this is, again, from She Had Some Horses by Joy Harajo. She had some horses. She had horses who were bodies of sand. She had horses who were maps drawn of blood. She had horses who were skins of ocean water. She had horses who were the blue air of sky. She had horses who were fur and teeth. She had horses who were clay and would break. She had horses who were splintered red cliff. She had some horses. She had horses who danced in their mother's arms. She had horses who thought they were the sun and their bodies shone and burned like stars. She had horses who waltzed nightly on the moon. She had horses who were much too shy and kept quiet in stalls of their own making. She had some horses. She had horses who called themselves horse. She had horses who called themselves spirit and kept their voices secret and to themselves. She had horses who had no names. She had horses who had books of names. She had some horses. She had some horses she loved. She had some horses she hated. These were the same horses. All right, so we're going to reread stanza 4, and we're going to use this stanza to answer the questions. So reread this one more time, and then I want to know, what did the horses do in these lines? So tell me some of the actions that are happening in these lines. Number 2, what do all these descriptions have in common? Number 3, we're going to focus on the 4th stanza. So it says, the 4th stanza of She Had Some Horses describes horses performing lots of different actions. Since horses cannot really do all these things, we know that Harajo must be using figurative language. She may also be reminding readers that the horses represent different parts of the woman in the poem. Use your best interpreting skills to decide what the figurative language in this stanza might mean. You may refer to the poem as you work. So, horses can't literally dance in their mother's arms, right? So what could that possibly mean? Instead of the horses literally dancing in their mother's arms, what do you think she's saying about these poems? If someone's dancing in their mother's arms, how do they feel? What kind of person are they? Same with this one. What are some figurative meanings for they thought they were the sun and their bodies shone and burned like stars? Why would someone think they're the sun? Why would someone shine and burn like a star? How are they feeling? What are they thinking? Number 5, waltzed nightly on the moon. We can't go to the moon and dance on the moon every night. So what does this mean? If the horse is waltzing on the moon every night, what do you think that could possibly mean about them? Remember, there's more than one answer for this, so use your imagination for these. And the last one is kept quiet in stalls of their own making. What do you think that could possibly mean? All right, for your skills lesson today, it says you will work on your own poem today using anaphora to describe the different parts of your personality. In writing, it is important to think about what you want to accomplish before you begin. This exercise will help you do that. First, consider what you are going to write. A poem that uses anaphora to describe different aspects of your personality. Think about how Harajo does this. She uses the horses as representatives of different parts of the woman's identity. Horses have an important role in Native American culture, so it's likely that this helped influence her choice. So instead of using horses, think about what object you might want to relate this to. So it says, think about your own life and the things that are most important to you. What will you use to represent the different parts of your identity? So we talked about horses in this poem. What can you use in your poem? It could be an animal, it could be an object, it could be a person, a place. Use your imagination. What is something that you identify with? So if you are a super happy, outgoing person, you might want to pick an object that reflects that. If you're kind of quiet and laid back, think about what might represent that. All right, now you're going to think about how you're going to use anaphora. So what are you going to use to repeat over and over and over again? So you could say, I am like, and repeat that every line. I am like, I am like, I am like. You could say, my body is. My body is a dog chasing its tail. My body is a dog taking a walk around the block. Okay, those are 3 examples you can use. You could also think of your own phrase to repeat at the start of your poem's lines. Think about it and then write that phrase here. So whatever you're going to use, I am like a blank, or my body is, oh my goodness, blank. Whatever phrase you want to repeat, write it in that box. And then you're going to draft your poem. So whatever phrase you used here, make sure you're using it. It needs to be repeated in every single line. So every line should start with whatever phrase you chose for number 2. Okay, be sure to get on Zoom if you have any questions or need help, and have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye.